Alyssa, I'll never forget the day I met you. It's July 4th, 2014. I thought you were the most beautiful girl in the world. Me being 8th grade, you being upperclassman. You paid little to no attention to me. With that being said, when we were in high school and I was an upperclassman, I rushed to you every day in between classes, just so I could have a chance to walk with you to class and carry your books. I thought I was lucky enough just to have a conversation with you in high school, and look where we are today. I realized on our first date at JD's, when we went to see Deadpool, that I thought you were the one for me. Growing up, I'm sure my mother can tell you I was a bit of a wild child, and before I met you, that pretty much goes for everybody that knows me. But the minute I met you, I changed, and I changed for the better. I had an unwritten path. I didn't know which way I was going to go until I met you. When I met you, I told you my dreams and my goals, and you helped me achieve those. Speaking of dreams and goals, you're letting me live my dream life of being a police officer. People say first responders are the bravest and most courageous people. Well, I have to disagree. I say the family and the spouse of the first responders are the bravest. They're able to give up something they love and they're grateful for every night, and you never know if I'm going to come home to you. To me, that shows commitment, courage, and bravery. And for that, I'm ever grateful. Most people say that high school sweethearts don't work out. Well, look where we are today, hand in hand, getting married. I believe if you truly love someone and they love you back, you both go through hardship and times like we did, and you get through it, you can end up where we did. And for that, I'm ever grateful, and I love you so much.
We love you. Look at the baby. You look beautiful.
Drew, the day has finally come that I get to marry you and call you my husband for the rest of my life. God knew exactly what he was doing 7.5 years ago. When we first started talking, I never would have pictured our life turning out the way it did. When you would walk me to class in school and carry my book bag for me, I knew you were the one. You always made me laugh, and there was never a dull moment with you. I knew I needed someone like you in my life. June 9th, 2016, you finally asked me to be your girlfriend. This was one of the best days, because from that day on, I knew my heart had found the one. 2017 came, and it was time for me to go to college, the hardest thing I'd ever had to do. The person I loved, that lived 10 minutes away, was now 2.5 hours away. But you didn't let this stop us from seeing each other. If I didn't come home for the weekend, you would drive 2.5 hours just to see me for the weekend so we could spend time together. You always put 100% into our relationship. The love you have made me feel over the years is more than I could ever have imagined I needed. You've never failed to put a smile on my face in any moment. This has always been my favorite quality of yours. You're the best shoulder to cry on, and the place I feel the most safe. You always pushed me to be my best and encouraged me to take risks. You've always supported every decision I've ever made, and I am so grateful for that. I truly mean it when I say you're my person and my whole heart. I'm so glad we have found each other and we get to live this crazy life together. There's no other person I would want to have 2 crazy German Shepherds with and eventually a family with. You're the absolute love of my life. You're the best thing to ever happen to me. And I hope you know I'm so blessed to be the person that has stood by your side for the last 7.5 years. The way I've seen you change and grow into the amazing man you are today is something I never knew I needed to see. You amaze me every day at how strong you are and how kind you are to every person you meet. You're the reason I strive to be my best every day. Saying yes to you at the top of the mountain was the best and easiest yes I've ever had to say. Today we become husband and wife, and we become one, and there's no one else I would want to call my husband. I love you so much, Drew, and I always will. Here's to forever and getting to call you my husband for the rest of my life.
Therefore, in the presence of these witnesses, before God, with the authority granted me by the state of Ohio as a preacher of the gospel, it's my blessing, my privilege to pronounce you husband and wife. What God has brought together, may no one attempt to separate. You may kiss your wife. And I'll present to you for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Drew and Alyssa Johnson.